In past videos, I've covered issues that relate to officers dealing with suspects who refuse to properly identify themselves during a police contact. Today's video is about a U.S. Supreme Court case on this topic, Brown versus Texas, where the Supreme Court evaluated a Texas statute that criminalized individuals who refused to identify themselves during police contacts. I'm Steve Cerbalic. I'm a panel attorney with AsCops in Arizona. In 1979, the Supreme Court evaluated this case, which had the following factual circumstance. Two police officers, while cruising near noon in a patrol car, observed Brown and another man walking away from one another in an alley in an area known for drug traffic. The officers stopped and asked Brown to identify himself and explain what he was doing. One officer testified that he stopped Brown because the situation, quote, looked suspicious and we had never seen that subject in that area before, end quote. The officers did not claim to suspect Brown of any specific misconduct, nor did they have any reason to believe that Brown was armed. When Brown refused to identify himself, he was arrested for violation of a Texas statute which made it a criminal act for a person to refuse to give his name and address to an officer who, quote, lawfully stopped him and requested the information, end quote. In other words, Brown refused to identify himself after he was seen and questioned in a high crime area, and the stop was not based on a reasonable suspicion of wrongdoing. The Supreme Court unanimously found that this violated Brown's Fourth Amendment rights. The court held, quote, the application of the Texas statute to detain appellant and require him to identify himself violated the Fourth Amendment because the officers lacked any reasonable suspicion to believe that appellant was engaged or had engaged in criminal conduct. Detaining appellant to require him to identify himself constituted a seizure of his person subject to the requirements of the Fourth Amendment that the seizure be reasonable, end quote. Texas later amended the statute in question to make it clear that it is only a crime to refuse to identify oneself after being lawfully arrested. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below the video. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to help my channel grow. Please share this video with anyone else that you know that you think might find it helpful, and be on the lookout for future videos. They come out every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Arizona time. I'm Steve Cerbalic. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.